Shalom, everybody. I just wanted to do this video because obviously when people see the stuff I'm sharing, some people are getting offended. And I mean, it's nothing but dust off my feet. But I just wanted to say this. We live in a time and in a society where we think it's okay. Like, I got my truth, you got your truth, everyone has their truth. That's not the order of the Most High. If I were to be walking in my truth, I would be walking in sin. And I did walk in my truth. But that was sin. That was unrighteousness. That was why I was going through a lot of things. So I just wanted to share a little bit of my testimony. Like, I can't be better than, I don't look at myself as better than anybody, because at the end of the day, how I could be better than somebody and I'm wicked? How could I be better than somebody and I had to die to myself? I'm not better than anybody, but I got to the point where I died to me, to Erica, and I live for Yah. So that is the difference of that's why I walk in a boldness. There's that arrogance of, oh, myself, absolutely not. That's knowing the truth of Yah and me sharing that truth with people. If anybody knows me, they know the tragedies of my life. They know how broken I was. They know how many times I wanted to die. They know how many nights I cried. They knew how deep that pain was. That wasn't something that I of myself could shake. That wasn't something that a mental hospital could shake. That wasn't something that my own vices could shake. Alcohol, drugs, or anything, medication that people get on from the hospitals. That wasn't something that a man could shake. That was through the Most High. That's the only way I could be free. And I'm going to share a bit of my testimony, because people think like, oh, Erica's, I don't have any animosity or hate towards anybody. I have to speak the truth of Yah, not the truth of me, because my truth is sin, just like your truth is sin. The only way we could be a right people is walking in alignment with the Most High. But yeah, I was suicidal. See, one thing about me though, my father struggled with addiction. Some of my uncles dabbled in addiction. The Most High never let me be addicted with drugs, I should say. What I was addicted to was the need to fill a void, for thinking that a man can give me love. That's what I was addicted to. The desire to be loved by a man. And when you seek after someone to feel something that they can't feel, because the only one who can feel it is the Most High, it's going to always blow up in your face. Especially if you're a child of the Most High. He's going to correct you. Like, you can't do what everybody else does. And so I was at a point like I wanted to die. I was trying to die. Like, if I die, But this last thing that happened to me, I was literally not sure if I was going to live or die. And I said, you know what? Yeah, like, I know I'll go to hell. Like, you would be righteous in your judgment. See, I'm a realist. So that is another thing. Like, if you know me, I'm real. Like, I'm real to myself, and I don't come at people the way, like, I'm a realist. So I have to face me before I could even go out and try to face other people. So, but at this point in my life, when I was really at that suicidal point, didn't know if I would live or die, I said, yeah, if I die, I know that your judgment will be righteous. Because if I died and I was the reason why I died, then I would be going to the lake of fire. I mean, in that sense, because I was taking my life, not because I endured to the end, but because I couldn't endure. And so I said, I prayed and I said to the Most High, like, if I die, you're righteous in your judgment. And I said, if I don't, I'm no longer living for me. I'm dead to me. I'm living for you. And that moment, I promise you, loves that complete surrender. That's what changed my life. If I did not completely surrender, then I would have picked up my sin, right? I would have went back to all the things. I would have chased after the love of my life. I would have chosen people and things and everything else. And when things were happening, I didn't want the love of my life to go. I didn't want, I did not want a lot of things to happen. But y'all was like, put me first. Like, there's an order to everything. And when you live out of order, the reason why you go through a lot of bad things is because of sin. And I have to put the Most High first. And if the Most High restores my relationship, then great. But if he doesn't, then I still have to serve the Most High. So that was the whole process. Me dying to me living for Yahuwah. Because we all have our secret hidden things that nobody knows about, right? But Yahuwah knows, right? So you can be doing all kinds of stuff that nobody knows about, but the Most High does. And you're struggling with depression or anxiety or fear or addictions because you haven't filled that void with what it really needs to be filled with. And that's the Creator. That's the Most High. And a lot of people think it's the addiction. People have a lot of judgment towards people who get addicted to drugs. It's really not the addiction. The reality is they were already broken before they even touched that pipe, before they even started drinking. The alcohol and the meth or the crack or the heroin is a way to self-medicate from the pain that person is feeling. And the question is, then why are we feeling pain? Well, some things may have happened in our childhood that helped bring that pain. But then once that happens, we start walking down a path that is against the Most High. So when we're walking down a path that is against the Most High, then you're not going to be in alignment. You're going to be experiencing chastisement. People like to say the Most High is loving and merciful. Absolutely, he's a loving and merciful Most High. But let me say it as like this. I have a daughter. Oh, I love her and I'm merciful. But I would not love my daughter if I let her continue to do wrong. If I did not correct my daughter, that's not loving my daughter. When my daughter want to be disrespectful and I'm just like, oh, it's okay, I'm your mom, you be disrespectful to me. That's not me loving my daughter. And it goes the same and more so amplified, multiplied when it comes to our Creator. He loves us, absolutely. Does that mean he's going to let you continue in sin? The Most High forbid. You have to, and I have to, every day, I have to die to me. Because, if I don't die to me every day, those old habits, those old desires will rule. And our flesh every day is trying to rise up, even if you're walking in the spirit. So you have to keep mindful of that. We live in a time that everyone wants to walk in their truth. There's only one way. There's only one way to salvation. It's through Yahushua HaMashiach. There is no other salvation. People think it's religion. It isn't religion. People think is a preacher or a teacher. It isn't the preacher or the teacher. It's only through Yahushua HaMashiach, living your life for Him filling you with His Ruach HaKodesh, which is His Holy Spirit, His set-apart spirit, and that will lead you to all truth and righteousness. You cannot enter in the kingdom without His Spirit. Because when we go, like at the end of this world, if we die or we make it to the end when He returns, you're going to have to be a reflection of Hamashiach, or the Messiah, which people call. You have to be a reflection of the Messiah. We cannot be like, oh yeah, I'm Erica. No, I want to be Yahushua HaMashiach. I want to be Him. If we are not reflections of Him, then we will not make it into the kingdom. And that is the bottom line. So when I say what I say to people like, oh, Erica's extreme, you cannot frame me. That don't bother me. But the reality is, at the end of the day, it's not my truth. It's the Most High's truth. Study to show yourself approved. If something that I say offends you, why don't you look, I'm going to research this. Research it. But stop trying to always look for justification to do something that is against the Most High. And a lot of us have learned how to justify sin. And a lot of us say, oh, if someone speaks the truth about sin, then they're so uppity, they're arrogant, they think they're better than. No, I don't think I'm better than nobody. I'm just a vessel, and I pray every day that I be a vessel of honor, not a vessel of dishonor, because at the end of the day, we're for the Master's use. Our lives are not our own. So a lot of people want to live their lives for themselves and not for what Yahuwah said. So I'm living my life for Yahuwah. I'm done trying to live for my own pleasure, because at the end of the day, that ain't going to get me nowhere. So I just wanted to say that, we have to stay encouraged. We have to seek Yah. We have to seek Yahuwah through Yahushua HaMashiach. Because at the end of the day, He's the one who gives us His Spirit. He's our advocate with the Father. He's the one who leads us into all truth and righteousness through His Spirit. So, shalom, be encouraged. We need to stop being offended by the truth and start seeking the truth. Because there's only one way, that it's the ancient path. We are not going to make it by doing what we think is right, because our understanding is so far against the Most High. That's going to lead us to destruction. And I just wanted to say that. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Shalom.